as our moderator said, I am Aquil Basheer. I have ran Maximum Force Enterprises for over 4 decades. We do comprehensive amount of work in the community. Our motto, which is saving lives, restoring communities, providing hope, and implementing solutions to self-determination and self-reliance, really speaks to the issues of what we do. We are noted gang experts, but gang violence and the horror of gang violence is only one small arm of the octopus that we have to deal with. If we're not bringing holistic solutions to the table to effectively restore and revitalize our communities, we're really doing ourselves as well as the communities a disservice. I also put together the Professional Community Intervention Training Institute back 4 years ago. So many of the people from the street were attempting to do outstanding work, but were not getting the credit for the professionalism that they were bringing to the table. So what we intended to do was to professionalize the area of work by bringing protocols, by bringing standard operating procedures, by bringing the ability to have a language read from all those that were out in the street as first responders and those that would look to the field of violence intervention and say their expertise does qualify them. So we put the institute together, which is now a national, actually an international institute. We have PCI branches on the East Coast. We just got back from China, etc. But again, I don't like to talk about what I do. We just want to acclimate what the consequence of what we're trying to do is. And lastly, I'll say this, a little bit about my history. I did come out of the 60s movement. I was heavily into the culture of what we're attempting, or the vices that we're attempting to change. I don't like to talk about that part of my history because if I cannot accentuate the positive, I attempt to stay away from the negative. I was forward to the social service or the Bible service movement of the 60s. I came out of most of the organizations that were trying to do governmental change at the time. Most of our groups were directly from the gang environment, which was a different environment at the time. So again, knowing of and coming from that culture. And lastly, what drives me to do the work I do is the fact that I understand that it is not a choice, it's a mandated responsibility as men of our community. What we see in our community as it reflects our youth and children is a direct reflection of us. And if we see dysfunctionality, we have to change that. So that's the driving force.
That's right.